Saftena pura esteno. Pufta inamika.
He works at the mine too. He says that one of his friends has also contracted stigma. Some victims were taken to the hospital. Many have already passed away.
It's worse than I imagined.
So the mine he's talking about, is it nearby?
Efterashan Estino?
Tonpon buase.
He says it's about a 2-hour walk from here.
We suspect that there's a relationship between the mine and Stigma.
I think that's a reasonable conclusion, but since so many of the villagers work at the mine, it'll be hard to prove it. So this is where the mine workers live. It's a poor village, but things have gotten better since the mine was built. However, the villagers only receive a tiny fraction of the profits.
Who owns the mine?
The government. But they sold the mining rights to an international corporation, so a lot of foreigners come and go. It's also been the target of guerrilla attacks.
What about the victims of Stigma?
Epikahini Trui Andaya?
Adohipko and Ansi.
He doesn't know the exact number, but there are more than a few.
Tell him to bring some of them to the Army's camp. We'll operate once we're through examining them. And also, tell them not to worry about the cost, because the President is footing the bill.
Doctor, we're done setting up the operating tent.
Thank you, Commander. What's the status of each patient, Marcus?
There are 3 who need to be opened up immediately. Let's do one right after the other.
Pepita, it's your job to guard the tent, okay?
Maria, these are going to be intense operations. Will you be alright?
Yes, I'm feeling a little better now.
Watch carefully, okay? This is a complicated procedure that you'll need to learn.
Not bad for a makeshift operating room.
I don't foresee any problems with operating here.
Let's begin the conference at once. The results of the examinations indicate that these 3 people require immediate surgery. Each of them has been infected with a different strain of stigma.
Hearing that Stigma is spreading sends a chill down my spine.
This is a first. We'll have to perform 3 consecutive stigma operations. Do you remember how to deal with each strain, Doctor?
That's what we've got you for, Elena.
In that case, I'll do my best.
There's so much that I must learn. In order to save my country and those suffering from disease, I can't miss a single detail.
3 different strains. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Three Stigma patients in a row. This is gonna be a crash course in Stigma treatment, Maria.
It's not gonna be easy for us either, but we need to give it all we've got.
Okay, let's begin operating on the first patient. This strain of stigma is Soma.
We begin by draining the cellular tissue around the main section, right?
The core is exposed. Use the laser on it. The laser is working. Just a little more. Soma's gone. Treat the remaining area. The first patient has been treated. Let's move on to the next patient. We're going faster than we've planned. Amazing! Move on to the second patient. The stigma is Brachion.
We'll need to extract the tissue at the tips of the arms. Get Robert's new serum ready.
If we crush the grapplers with the forceps, the toxins will be slowed. Extraction complete. The grapplers have grown back. Remove the tips. Let's extract them as many times as we need. Brachion has disappeared. That's 2 operations completed successfully. Just 1 more to go. Incredible! We're working much more quickly than anticipated. The 3rd type is Ops. This is our last patient.
Well, at least we don't have some idiot with the microphone shouting at us today. We'll be able to focus.
Confirming the presence of Ops. Use the laser on the core. Drain the discharged material. We're almost done. Keep it up until it's all... Use the laser on the large discharge. The tissue has formed a tumor. Burn it with a laser. The tumor burst! One of the cores has disappeared. Just a little more. We did it! The 3rd Stigma has been defeated. Three continuous operations on Stigma, but we can't relax yet. Close up the last patient. I can't believe we finished so fast. You really are amazing.
I hope that our operations today will lead to the advancement of medicine in this country.
Don't worry, I'm sure they will. Well, Maria, think you can remember all that?
I've memorized the steps, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to perform the operation.
What's most important is for you to discover your own talents. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have a nervous breakdown.
You know, there's one thing that's been bothering me.
What's that?
Why was the outbreak here so sudden? If it had something to do with culurium, then it should have happened sooner. I just don't get it. Why now? Anyway, we need to have a look at that mine. Let's go talk to the commander.